careful. We can't get through this. Services will not be operational.
The evacuation order urged people to be out of Bay City within the hour. At least 2 deaths are blamed on the storm. There have been about a dozen injuries. Meteorologist David Parkinson says by the time it stops in a few days, some places could see more than 4 feet of rain.
We have at least 2 to 3 days of heavy rain, and then even beyond that, things don't dry out probably until at least the end of the week. So the flooding really won't be going down anytime soon.
The Obama administration put up restrictions, but now the Trump White House is loosening the reins on the use of surplus military gear by police departments. Attorney General Jeff Sessions.
Studies have shown that this equipment reduces crime rates, reduces the number of assaults against police officers, and actually reduces the number of complaints against police officers.
He spoke to a police group this morning in Nashville. A lawsuit was filed today in a bid to block President Trump's ban on transgender people in the military. Staff attorney Chase Strangio of the American Civil Liberties Union tells us.
The lawsuit filed by the ACLU argues that the president's ban violates the constitutional guarantees of due process and equal protection.
First day at the helm today, and Amazon did what it promised, cutting prices at its newest company, Whole Foods, by up to 43%. Amazon's also going to sell its personal assistant, Echo, in some of those stores. Wall Street right now a mixed bag. The Dow is down 21 points. NASDAQ is up 10. This is CBS News.
And this is Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070. Good Monday morning, everyone. I'm Chris Sedens. To the top local story at 10:03. An excessive heat warning is in effect for Southern California. It continues until Wednesday evening. Temperatures are set to soar up to 109 degrees in some areas. Very hot. We're learning that the extreme weather here and in Houston, Texas are connected. That's the word from San Diego National Weather Service expert Alex Tardy, who explains to KNX how this high pressure really works.
Every weather system has a warm side, a cold side, a wet side, a dry side, even hurricanes. We see with hurricanes some of the warmest, hottest temperatures on the opposite side of the storm. So just think of 2 opposite systems, a massive dome of dry, warm air that's set up over the west, and then this massive area of moist, rich, tropical moisture on the other side of it.
He also tells us that a second ridge of high pressure will bring hot weather over the Labor Day weekend as well. People in the San Fernando Valley already anticipating the heat wave. They know it's going to be a scorcher.
Just a scattering of high clouds, no marine layer, and a blazing early morning sun. People like Joan know what's coming. She already had an iced coffee in her hands, a water bottle in her purse, and was ready for sprints between the heat and an air-conditioned office.
Luckily, I catch my bus pretty quick, so then going into Burbank's going to be a little hard, just standing there for about 10-15 minutes till the next bus, but I figure at least I'm not working outside all day like a lot of people.
That's the story of her life and a lot of people's lives, at least until Wednesday when this heat spell begins to break. Maybe. In North Hollywood, Pete Demetrio, KNX 1070 News Radio.
The best of Southern California's first responders gearing up in Texas right now for search and rescue missions during Hurricane Harvey. The very latest details in less than 2 minutes right now. It's 10:05. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s when we say good morning. Tom Tran.
Good morning. A lot of problems along the 405. We'll start with a new crash just popped up on the radar a few moments ago. Southbound side of the 405 near Main Street. 3 vehicles involved in a crash here. They're blocking the middle lanes, adding to some congestion on that 405 southbound. The other problem on the northbound side, jammed up leaving LAX. Slow from Century Boulevard, solidly up towards the Santa Monica Freeway. Once you get up towards about Wilshire, things clear up heading into the valley. Speaking of the valley, eastbound side of the 101, got a crash right before Balboa. Traffic's busy from just about Tampa Avenue. It's going to stay slow all the way into Studio City. If you're leaving Studio City or North Hollywood, that 170 is slow back at Victory Boulevard. It's going to stay busy all the way into downtown. Over on the Santa Monica Freeway, westbound side of the 10, leaving East LA, got a crash at Santa Fe Avenue. That's backing up traffic onto the 60. It's going to stay slow on that west 10, pretty much into Santa Monica. You don't really see it completely clear up until you get over towards Cloverfield, where things finally start to ease up. Northbound side of the 110, accident right before Slauson Avenue, adding to the tough morning commute from the 105. It's going to be a solid drive all the way up towards the 4 level. Southbound side a little busy from Dodger Stadium down towards downtown. Nothing unsurprising there. It does clear up once you get to about 7th Avenue on that 110 southbound, and you were clear all the way down into Carson. And over on the westbound side of the 91, earlier crash over near Lakewood Boulevard starting to clear, but it's still backed up from Valley View all the way to Paramount Boulevard. Your next report, 10:15. Tom Tran, more traffic reports more off KNX 1070 News Radio.
Southern California weather forecast, sunny, very hot today. The heat wave is hitting us. We're looking at beach highs in the 80s, 90s. Los Angeles and Orange County metro areas 100 degrees plus in the valleys. Tonight, partly cloudy, 60s and 70s, your overnight lows. And then tomorrow, sun and clouds, a mix, 80s again, beaches, 90s and triple digits, inland and valley areas. An excessive heat warning now in effect today through Wednesday. Today, the peak of the heat wave. Temperatures 10 to 20 degrees above average. The hottest communities in Los Angeles County, we're talking Woodland Hills, Lancaster, both expected to reach 109 degrees today. So if you're outside, take all the precautions. You know about that. We'll have your exclusive 5-day weather forecast. We'll look ahead. That's coming up in a few minutes at 10:15. Right now, it is already 84 degrees in Corona. Along the coast, 86 right now. In Long Beach, 80 degrees. Sunshine in downtown Los Angeles. 10:07 as the Houston area continues to get inundated with rain. Rescue crews from across the United States are racing to Texas to help. KNX 1070's John Baird live now with that story.
Task Force number 1 from Los Angeles has been rerouted to San Antonio, getting ready to roll out from there. The entire team should be in the area in Texas by this afternoon. Brian Humphrey is with the LA Fire Department.
The danger is far from over, and we do expect the water to rise, according to meteorologists in the greater Houston area.
And that will make a very bad situation that much worse. The Orange County Fire Authority's team, Task Force 5, is already on the ground in Houston and pulling people off of cars and rooftops. Captain Larry Kurtz is with the OC Fire Authority.
They recorded at least 200 rescues in less than 24 hours of operation.
Battalion Chief Shane Sherwood has never seen anything like it.
It is unbelievable, the amount of water and how quickly things change.
These task force members bring food and fuel with them and are expected to be able to be self-sufficient for days at a time. Reporting live, John Baird, KNX 1070 News Radio.
A woman traveling from LAX to her home in southeast Texas telling KNX that she had to change her flight plans because planes have been grounded at both of Houston's major airports. She says she has no idea at this point the status of her home or her neighborhood, so she's going to be staying with family close by and trying to monitor the situation.
We're staying in Austin for a few days with my son until we are able to drive home.
Hundreds of cancellations of affected flights around the nation today, and more are expected tomorrow. There is some help coming from major U.S. airlines, however, as change fees have now been waived for travelers ticketed to fly to the region. Stay with KNX for continuing in-depth team coverage of the unfolding disaster in Texas. Our next update coming up in just a few minutes at 10:15. It's 10:09. Prosecutors will preserve more witness testimony today in the murder case against Robert Durst, the focus of HBO's The Jinx.
Durst is accused of killing his best friend Susan Berman execution style in her Benedict Canyon home back in 2000. Prosecutors say he did so because she knew too much about the disappearance of his wife Kathleen. Since Durst's trial is still months away, the judge has allowed the DA to record testimony from several older witnesses over concerns about their health. Among those expected to take the stand over the next few days is a man who went to high school with Durst and became his personal attorney, according to the LA Times. Durst has pleaded not guilty in Berman's murder and has said he doesn't know who killed her. Margaret Carrero, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Well, parts of the 210 freeway will be closed in the San Gabriel Valley this week so crews can fix the pavement. Eastbound and westbound lanes will be closed at various times and will affect drivers in La Crescenta, La Cañada, Flint Ridge, and Pasadena. Work expected to start at 7 p.m. every night this week, continue until 6 a.m. in the morning. Busy westbound drives. This is the 60, the 10, and the 210 freeways. We'll tell you more about that. Your traffic and weather coming up at 10:15. Right now, it's 10:10.
California has more than its share of unstoppable forces, earthquakes, wildfires, traffic jams. If either of the first two happen, the KNX Afternoon News will give you all the information you need to know first. And with traffic every 10 minutes on the 5s, we might just be able to help you avoid the last one. Listen this afternoon starting at 2. Southern California's only 24-hour local news. news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Tom Crane here, and I don't want you to stress about bad debt another day. If home loan, business, or credit card debt is weighing you down, just call Oak Tree Law at 800-694-1616. That's 800-694-1616.
Hi, it's Denise Fondo for The Perfect Workout. I know we all want to be in shape, and we're all looking for the time to actually work out, right? I know it too well. The Perfect Workout's your answer. It only takes 20 minutes twice a week to achieve amazing results. And now that the kids and grandkids are going back to school, you've got some time to focus on yourself. With my personal trainer at The Perfect Workout, I've been able to stick to a low-impact, slow-motion strength training program for nearly a year and a half. I feel great. My trainer's focused on my success, plus The Perfect Workout space makes me feel secure. This isn't a busy gym. Take advantage of an amazing limited-time deal to try The Perfect Workout right now. Get $150 off your first 3 private workout sessions, plus $200 off any training package. That's a $350 value for only $75. Give The Perfect Workout a call today at 888-878-1808. Mention my name, Denise Fondo, to get this special offer for listeners. The Perfect Workout, 888-878-1808, 888-878-1808.
I'm Scott Brown, president of Crestline Funding, with a great message for homeowners. Right now, we're doing a 30-year fix for just 3.99% rate and APR.
You're not charging any points or fees, are you?
No, Mom. It's a 30-year fix for just 3.99%. No points, no fees.
That's my boy, Scotty.
Mom looks over every loan we do. She knows what it's like to have a mortgage and raise a family, so she makes sure every Crestline Funding customer is treated like family. And right now, we're doing it by giving a 30-year fix at just 3.99% rate and APR. Mom, do you remember the last time rates were in the 3s?
I can't remember when rates were in the 3s, but I do remember when you were 3 and I caught you eating an eraser.
Call Crestline Funding at 800-865-7200. 800-865-7200. 800-865-7200. Crestline Funding, your friend in the mortgage business.
$350,000 loan amount. Owner-occupied SFR, 65% LTV, 740 FICO. Rate and term refinance with MPAS. BRE number 011-90897 and MLS 1978.
The following is a paid commercial announcement. Bob McCormick here. I'm talking to Elder Care attorney Zorn Basic with Nursing Home Solutions. Zorn, how are families dealing with the rising cost of nursing home care?
Bob, nursing home care can exceed $100,000 a year. Medi-Cal is the primary payer for nursing home care. Unfortunately, most people consider Medi-Cal a poverty program and fail to apply.
So, people are choosing not to apply because they don't believe they can qualify?
Exactly. Families are leaving over $100,000 a year in benefits on the table because they don't know how to become eligible. In fact, Medi-Cal was designed for middle-class families. It's the most misunderstood program around, and it's probably one of the best for nursing home care.
So, you're saying families can keep their home, business. In addition, couples can keep their IRA and pension incomes as well.
Absolutely.
And how can people get in touch with you, Zorn?
We have a lot of information at nhscare.com. That's nhscare.com.
Or call 800-773-6467. That's 800-773-6467. Thanks for sharing this with our listening audience.
Got ants, bees, and fleas? How about termites? Call Dewey Pest Control. Now with 5 generations of family service, get their same-day, next-day free inspection. Call 800-882-8100, because Dewey knocks them down and keeps them out.
At Cunning Dental, walk in with your troubled teeth and walk out with new, beautiful, permanent teeth in just one day. Call 855-2-CUNNING. That's 855-2-CUNNING.
10:14 now on Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio. I'm Chris Seaton. Coming up, as devastating as Hurricane Harvey has already been for the Houston area, the worst could be yet to come.
I'm Randy Cardoon, talking Chargers in the NFL with Hall of Famer Dan Fouts in our KNX NFL Insider Report in 6 minutes.
The Southern California search and rescue teams are en route to Houston right now to help save lives. These stories more in the next 15 minutes. Right now, it's 10:15. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Here again, Tom Tran.
Busy drive if you're trying to get westbound on the 60, the 10, or the 210. The 60 starts to slow back at the 71. It's going to be on and off the brake pedal all the way over towards Rosemead. It clears up a little bit as you're heading into East LA, but jams up again at Indiana Street. The 10 is the better of the 2 option, although not great. It's still slow out of Kellogg Hill over through West Covina, and a little more slowing from El Monte right into East LA. Doesn't get better until you get past past Garfield, and the 210 slows going westbound from the 57 pretty much all the way into Pasadena. We did get reports of a problem on the eastbound side of the 210 just before Angeles Crest. A roll of carpet in the number 1 and number 2 lane. CHP is probably going to have to run a traffic break to clear that out of the way. Looking at some delays on the 5 going southbound out of the Newhall Pass. We've got an accident, plus some road work being reported down near Roxford. That's got traffic backed up from the 210. It stays slow until you get to the 5-405 split. Then the 5 actually clears up for a good little stretch with some minor slowing through the Sun Valley area and a little bit more through that construction area in Burbank. Do what more than 50,000 homeowners have done. Call 800-PACIFIC or go to PacificCoastTermite.com. Pacific Coast Termite before the termites do any damage. Your next report, 1025. I'm Tom Perry. More traffic reports more often. KNX 1070 News Radio.
Hey, good day, everybody. The heat rolls on. Today is the beginning of an extended period, and I do mean an extended period. Excessive heat warnings into effect well into the triple digits inland. Downtown climbs into the 90s. We'll see upper 90s to 100 by the next couple of days for downtown. The beach is 90 degrees as well, and there's no relief in sight, at least for the next 7 days. With Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecast, I'm CBS 2's Garth Kemp, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Right now along the coast, we've got 71 in Santa Monica, 72 in Huntington Beach. Further inland, we're talking, let's see here, West Covina at 79, 85 right now in the valley in Sherman Oaks. Currently 80 degrees in downtown Los Angeles. It is 10:16 on KNX. Remnants of Hurricane Harvey have left many roads and major highways in southeast Texas impassable. The area has already seen feet of rain, and it could still get another 20 inches in the coming days. The governor of Texas activating the entire Texas National Guard to aid in search and rescue efforts, bringing the total deployed in the state to roughly 12,000. There have been more than 2,000 flood-related rescues so far just in Houston alone. And that city's mayor says the goal for emergency responders is to get the nearly 200 critical rescue requests that are still pending.
Our number one priority is getting to the people in the city of Houston who may remain in their homes in stressful situations, and we want to get to them today.
Many evacuees have been taking shelter in Houston's convention center. Officials have warned that they could be stuck there for several days yet. The flooding in southeastern Texas has also created a problem for local wild animals. A photo of an island of fire ants floating on water down the street is going viral on social media right now. There are also concerns regarding alligators and snakes in the water trying to reach dry ground and in some cases showing up on people's driveways. Adding to the worries, a local gator sanctuary near Beaumont, Texas, says floodwaters have gotten close to the top of security fencing there, opening the potential for gators to swim over and get free. We're getting word now that the man wanted for fatally stabbing his wife in front of their 12-year-old son has been taken into custody. LA police say the man was arrested this morning. No word yet on the circumstances of his arrest. Officers responded to an assault with a deadly weapon call at a home on Woodman Avenue yesterday morning. They found the woman with stab wounds. She later died at the local hospital. The boy is now in protective custody. It's at 10:18. The Trump administration is restarting a federal program that allows police agencies to buy surplus equipment from the military, including tanks, armored vehicles, and heavy weaponry. Attorney General Jeff Sessions made the announcement today at the Fraternal Order of Police Conference in Nashville.
Studies have shown that this equipment reduces crime rates, reduces the number of assaults against police officers, and actually reduces the number of complaints against police officers.
The program was suspended by President Obama after the riots in Ferguson, Missouri. Federal investigators have uncovered evidence that more than 1 in 4 cases of possible sexual and physical abuse against nursing home patients apparently went unreported to law enforcement authorities. The Health and Human Services Inspector General's office blaming the Medicare program for failing to enforce a federal law that requires nursing homes to immediately notify police. Medicare says nursing home safety is a top priority. It's being called a very rare sighting. Some boaters in Orange County say they saw a sea otter off the coast of Dana Point over the weekend. One captain telling the Orange County Register it's only the second one he's seen in the past 30 years. Sea otters were common in the area until the 1920s. Marine experts say more sightings could mean their population is on the rise. And traffic around the campus of Cal State Long Beach will be picking up, and it's not just because of thousands of students returning to class. One of the campus's main arteries, the West Campus Drive turnaround, will be closed for storm drain and pavement repair over the next few months. Our NFL Insider Report with Dan Fouts coming up in just 1 minute. It's 10:20.
America's largest ceiling fan store, the Trading Post Fan Company in Huntington Beach, announces one of their biggest sales events of the year. It's the annual Labor Day Sales Spectacular. It's their annual Labor Day Truckload Sales Extravaganza. Come in today and take advantage of great ceiling fan specials throughout the store. Every ceiling fan in the store, priced to move.
We beat or meet any internet pricing on our fans.
Golden West Street and Warner Avenue in Huntington Beach, next to Sprouts, or visit ceilingfan.com and buy right from your home. Don't just buy a fan, design a fan with the ceiling fan experts at their Trading Post Fan Company. The Labor Day sale is on now. America's largest ceiling fan store, America's largest display, America's largest in-stock inventory of ceiling fans. The Trading Post Fan Company in Huntington Beach. Tell them, Gil.
Hi, this is Gil Schauer of America's largest ceiling fan store, the Trading Post Fan Company. See you in Huntington Beach.
When searching for an accident or personal injury attorney, search calljacob.com.
10:21 on KNX. Time now for our KNX 1070 NFL Insiders Report. Chargers Hall of Fame quarterback Dan Fouts, joining Dick Helton, Vicky Moore, and Randy Cardoon.
Dan, it's a delight to have you on the show. And what about those Chargers? They beat the Rams. They looked pretty good in the first quarter.
Well, they did, especially Phillip Rivers, who now has thrown 11 passes in the preseason and only missed on one of them, and thrown a couple of touchdown passes. But, that was against the Ram defense that had very few of their starters on the field. But it had to be encouraging for Anthony Lynn that the Chargers finally got their first win under the new coach.
So many teams, though, Dan, are benching their players for this final game because of the threat of injury. Does the NFL play too many exhibition games?
Yes, way too many. I really think that they could play one preseason game with the starters, give them a week off, and then play the regular season. But prior to that, they could have scrimmages with other teams where they could, test out the younger players, the second and third team guys that really provide the depth for the team. But 4 is too many. Back in my day, folks, we played 6. And that was really too many.
So, Dan, here's what I hear about the Rams and the Chargers. A lot of excitement about the Rams, but the Chargers, for many people, it kind of feels like the stepchild. San Diego fans, a lot of them, wrote them off when they left. Can the Chargers create that fan base again here in L.A.?
Well, if they continue to play with Phillip Rivers as they did in that first series, they have a lot of talent on offense and on defense in their first 22 players. The problem is finding the depth that for guys that will fill in when there are injuries, which the Chargers have had a lot of the last couple of years. So, as you guys know, you got to win with style, and the Chargers have that potential.
Well, let me ask you about, kind of going to that point that Vicky is making. The Rams are in the Coliseum. The Chargers are in that place that has some grass and goalposts.
Yeah, it is embarrassing, I think, for both the Chargers and the National Football League to be playing in a 27,000-seat stadium. In fact, the Chargers' first game ever, when they beat the New York Titans in a preseason game in the Coliseum, it drew 27,000.